Next on Worcester News Tonight, Millbury residents concerned about a proposed methadone clinic raised concerns at tonight's meeting. Plus, college students get a live demonstration on how fire spreads your home. Good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Andy Madison. We begin tonight in Millbury, where a proposed methadone clinic is causing a stir among residents. And tonight they brought those concerns to town officials. Dozens of residents packed tonight's planning board meeting to hear the site plan review and presentation for Spectrum Health's proposed clinic. Residents have also started a petition against the location of the clinic that was outside as people entered the meeting, asking it be moved away from a nearby school.
Fairly busy and fairly close to a whole bunch of school facilities. Wendell Park was within 800 feet.
The location of a new methadone clinic in Millbrae has been a topic of conversation in the town for months. Tonight's meeting was actually moved to a different location to accommodate the large crowd. Earlier today, our Brittany Schaefer spoke to residents and has a look at the issue.
Do I want to live across the street from a methadone clinic?
Plans for a methadone clinic in Millbury are a heated issue, but residents do seem to agree the Spectrum Health site is a positive addition to the town.
It's needed. Everybody, I think, has heard about what's going on with the opioid crisis, and I think that's one of the better ways just to help people.
I have no problem with it.
I think it's definitely a great idea. It's needed. Obviously, when you see how many people are using.
The main issue some have with the clinic is the location. The proposed site is 50 House Street, which is near Wendell Field and close to the public schools.
People need help, and they need help. Tell them where they can get help.
I worry about the children coming by. You want to protect them as much as possible. And I think that's what everybody wants, just to protect the kids.
The site would be 800 feet from Wendell Field, where youth soccer, baseball, and football teams play.
Somebody comes up to them and offers them something, or they may not feel comfortable saying no.
I have to believe the people that are putting in the clinic have done the research. They just don't willy-nilly, we're going to put one here.
Some residents who live near the proposed site are also worried about how close it would be to their homes.
Do I want my house to be across the street? Do I want my children to be across the street? For future sales, would I be able to sell my house? Would I be able to market it?
Brittany Schaefer, Worcester News Tonight.
The couple involved in a police chase that spanned 2 states appeared in court today in Worcester. Now, they're both from Connecticut, where they were arrested last week after the car they were in crashed in Worcester. And it all started in Connecticut, where they allegedly carjacked a woman and then took off. Our Rosalind Flaherty reports.
Christopher Harding and Selena Cousineau face a judge Monday in Worcester District Court. Prosecutors say the two are accused of 2 armed carjackings and 2 stabbings, leading police on a high-speed chase from Connecticut to Massachusetts last week. Harding faces a number of charges, including 3 counts of assault to murder. His co-defendant, Selena Cousineau, is charged with receiving a stolen motor vehicle. Cousineau's lawyer says she was a victim.
She was kidnapped, Your Honor. Indeed, the victims of the carjacking, the person or persons stabbed by Mr. Harding, were witnesses to Mr. Harding threatening Ms. Cousineau. If she didn't get in the car, she was getting in the car, one way or the other.
Cousineau's mother, Danielle Bailey, says her daughter has been in an abusive, brainwashing relationship with Harding for more than a year.
My daughter's not this horrendous monster. She was not part of hijacking vehicles and hurting people. She is a kind, sweet person.
Bailey says her daughter was trying to get away from Harding during the incident.
She is a victim in this case. She's scared to death. I have this 21-year-old girl who's done nothing wrong besides be a victim herself.
Meanwhile, court documents show the pair had their bails revoked in a previous case from Milford District Court for charges on receiving a stolen motor vehicle.
And that was Rosalind Flaherty reporting. In Anna Maria now, college students get an up-close look outside the classroom at how flames spread during a house fire. Fire science students at Anna Maria College built this model house, which members of the Paxton Fire Department used to demonstrate fire behavior and flow paths. The demonstration gave students a look at how firefighters best respond to a fire and how to keep the flames from spreading.
Lower left. At the same time, nope, good.
Look at it, look at it.
Who worked on that house so hard?
It was really good. It was really helpful. It was really nice to see how it actually works with the classroom session and the live demonstration. It was really nice to see the way fire actually travels.
Of course, as you saw there, all that hard work the students put in literally went up in flames as the house was destroyed by fire during the demonstration. Protesters surrounding TD Bank on Main Street in the city earlier today, protesting the bank's financial involvement with the Dakota pipeline project. Our Catherine Andreoli was there and spoke with protesters who raised concerns about the controversial project.
First responders spent more than an hour drilling using heavy equipment to remove 2 protesters blocking the entrance to TD Bank on Main Street. The 2 locked their arms in a concrete device with a PVC pipe in a protest of the bank's financial backing of a North Dakota pipeline project.
It's a project that they're putting millions of dollars into, and it's been protested by the Standing Rock tribe.
Worcester police took the pair into custody just before noon after a nearly 2-hour protest. They said they intended on blocking the entrance of the bank located on Main Street for as long as possible.
TD Bank is one of the largest financiers of the Dakota Access Pipeline project and the companies that are building it. And so we're asking that TD Bank divest from the project.
The protesters say TD Bank is one of the largest financial contributors to the Dakota Access Pipeline, which would transport oil to a pipeline center in Illinois. The line would be laid under sacred Native American lands and the Missouri River, something protesters say could lead to water contamination.
Pipelines burst is part of the issue, and if it bursts underwater, it would contaminate the whole water.
It's violating indigenous rights by going through sacred land, as well as contributing to climate change by pulling fossil fuels out of the ground that we know by science need to stay there.
Dozens of protesters remained outside the bank, chanting and holding signs, even urging people passing by to boycott TD Bank.
People should pull out of their money out of these banks because they're contributing to an injustice.
That was Catherine Andreoli reporting. We've received word that a similar protest is scheduled for tomorrow at a different location in Worcester. Lieutenant Governor Karen Polito visits West Boylston to sign the state's 240th Community Impact Agreement. Lieutenant Governor Polito says the compacts maintain the state's commitment to local school aid and money for roads and bridges. Each compact is unique to the community. In West Boylston, they are going to start a housing production plan and also work on roadways. The Community Compact Program was Governor Charlie Baker's first executive order once in office, and Polito says it's rewarding to see the 240th community join the program.
What's great about the Compact program is it reaches all sizes of communities and no matter where they're situated in the Commonwealth. So from our gateway cities to our rural communities to our suburban communities. And it's a voluntary program that's funded through a state grant, and the community decides what they want to work on.
By being a part of this program, it provides more opportunities for technical assistance for us. So that, when it comes to the the Complete Streets program, we have opportunities to work with Central Mass Regional Planning and other consultants for affordable housing that might not be available to us if we were not involved in this Community Compact program.
Polito was also in Boylston this morning for a Community Compact signing. She says she hopes to get all 351 communities involved.